Welcome everyone. It is 12 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. If you would, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Mr. Hoke is unavailable today, so I am filling in as president. I'm going to run the meeting. First thing on the agenda, are there any public comments? Do we have any time?
No, we did not.
No public comment. And we got a great looking crew sitting behind me, lots of smiling faces. Good to see you all. Any additions or revisions to the agenda?
Yes, I do have one addition I'd like to add under action items. It'll be letter H. It'll be a donation. I'll be asking for your approval from Psi Iota Xi for an adult ed.
Okay, I've got that added under letter H. So now we are on item 4, March Student and Staff Member of the Month Recognition and Celebration. Mr. McCart.
Yes, thank you. So we have our Staff Member of the Month as well as Students of the Month, and then we have some special recognitions today in addition to that, so I'm really excited about that. So first of all, I'd like to recognize the Students of the Month in our welding program in Mr. Boston's class. First of all, for the AM, we have Keegan Snyder, so Keegan, stand up. Keegan is a junior from Waldron High School, and I always like to read when the teacher nominates them, what they had to say about this student. This Keegan is a great student who's maintained consistent attendance rate grades throughout his tenure in the program. He is someone I can lead on to take on larger projects, and has helped not only in building our fire pits for sale, but also helped our brand new booths. Keegan has shown the ability to listen and learn. He will be missed in this program as he moves to fire rescue next year. He will be a great student in that program, and obviously we have no doubt. We will miss you in that program as well. Mr. Boston, is there anything you'd like to add about Keegan?
Well, I echo that, say he's a great kid, great student, great young man, and I'm really proud of everything he's done. And keep bringing me honey, and I'll his family owns a bee farm, so they do honey. It's really cool.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, thank you very much for everything you've done. I'm miss you. I'll always be over there.
Yeah, thank you. Our PM student, Buzz Jaden Palmer, was unable to be with us today. Jaden is a senior from Waldron, so Waldron swept the welding awards this month. Mr. Boston had this to say: Jaden Palmer has grown a lot in the program since he first started. He is now completing his second year, and I'm happy to see the young man he is becoming. I am confident that he will do well as he continues his career path in welding. So congratulations to him. I know once again he's not here, but anything to add with him as well.
I'd echo that as well. That him and his buddies can clads, but I'm all about small victories, and when he does something right, I want to make sure that I honor that. He's made some right decisions, some bad ones too, here and there, but he's made some good decisions, and I want to honor that. So.
Yeah, and I'll second that. We've definitely seen some maturity. All right, so we move over to culinary arts. So our AM student of the month was Jack Childers, and Jack was able to eat with us and everything, but he had to get his grandmother could only pick him up to get him back to school at a certain time. So unfortunately, he was unable to join us for the meeting. But Chef had this to say about Jack. By the way, Jack is a Shelbyville High School sophomore. Chef had this to say about Jack. Jack takes busy in the classroom, works diligently in the kitchen. Jack gets along with everyone, and is generally one of the last students out of the kitchen completing his cleanup assignments. Chef, anything to add about Jack?
No, he's, like I mentioned, he's one of the very last ones, regardless of whatever his assignments are. He's usually pitching in, jumping in to help others when he's done. So, for as young for a sophomore, very mature and very hardworking.
I can second that. I know you are advising to clean up because my office is pretty close right here, and I hear a lot of chefs asking the kids, we got to get back in there and clean up. So, our PM student of the month is Annika Jackson. She is a junior at Shelbyville, so the Shelbyville student swept culinary arts. Chef had this to say about her. She completes her classwork with great pride. She asks great questions in the kitchen and always stays busy. When her kitchen tasks are finished, she will jump in and help others with their tasks. She is almost always the last one to walk out of the kitchen at the end of the day. So we certainly appreciate that effort as well.
And absolutely, it's like I was talking with her mom. I said, we're super thankful for all the hard work that she puts in for us. We're very thankful for her ability to multitask and to go around and help others. I told her, I said, keep at it and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
Congratulations, great job. All right, and our final program is our Health Sciences CCMA, and our AM student of the month is Lucy Edwards. And you are a junior at Southwestern High School, and Mrs. Abel had this to say about Lucy. Lucy is an outstanding student in the Health Science CCMA program who consistently demonstrates respect and professionalism in all settings. She brings insight and critical thinking to her work, often going beyond expectations to fully understand patient care concepts. Lucy is also a strong advocate for her patients, showing empathy and a commitment to ensuring their needs and voices are prioritized. She communicates effectively with both peers and instructors, contributing positively to the learning environment. Her dedication and strong work ethic sets a high standard for others in the program. So that's some very high regard. So, Steve, was there anything you'd like to add about her?
I think Lucy's a great asset. Going to be sad to see her go to work-based learning next year. I'm trying to bring her back to my program next year. But I know that she's going to do well. She's going to be a strong professional in the healthcare field, and I trust her to take care of me when I get to that point. So it's a pleasure to have her in my class.
Congratulations. In our afternoon, student is Ashley Wadsworth. Ashley is a senior at Southwestern. And Mrs. Abel had this to say about her. Ashley is a dedicated second-year student in the Health Science CCMA program who consistently rises to the challenges presented to her. She demonstrates a strong commitment to learning by asking insightful questions and actively working to grasp both classroom concepts and clinical skills. Her perseverance and willingness to grow have contributed to her development as a future healthcare professional. Ashley shows initiative and positive attitude when faced with new or difficult material. I look forward to seeing her step up to the challenge of competing at post in April and representing the program well.
And again, Ashlyn's a great asset to have in class. She started out really shy. Coming from the CNA program where they get to go to clinicals together, she's probably at one of my furthest clinical sites, and she's by herself, and so she had to find her voice, and I think she's done a great job. She's getting great reviews in clinicals, and we're actually leaving tomorrow for HOSA, so we're excited to see what she can do while we're there.
Congratulations. Don't say that. So now I would like to recognize our staff member of the month, Mrs. Connie Abel. She is obviously our Health Science CCMA instructor. And just before I read a few things of what her peers have said about her and why they nominated her, Tanya is a great leader in our building, outstanding. She communicates with staff well. I can tell you that she's a great help to Jeremy and I, and honestly, one of the best classroom teachers I have seen. We were kind of had a discussion. I asked her, okay, how many years is this for you? And she said it's only 6. And if you would see her in the classroom setting, you would think that she's been doing this for 20 years. She's an outstanding classroom instructor, and I think that sometimes, the classroom part is the most difficult transition for our people here, and they do outstanding jobs in all areas, but sometimes that's the most difficult transition, and she does an outstanding job, and it's a lot of fun to sit in her room and be able to watch her teach. Just a couple things that her peers have said. Tanya has a passion for her students to reach their fullest potential. She's a great team player who's always willing to give of her time and talents to help her fellow teachers. And I think that she's one of our mentors, that she helps our new instructors through their licensing process and does evaluations. So, those are a few examples of the building leader that she is. Tanya always has a great attitude. She will stop and see how things are going and always willing to give advice and help any way she can. So, and I think obviously there's a theme there. So thank you for all you do. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, in our last portion is we had some outstanding welding students have a great day on Saturday at the Skills USA State Competition. First of all, I want to recognize our welding fabrication team. So gentlemen, would you stand up? All of these gentlemen are from Triton Central. They took bronze in the welding fabrication category. And they won scholarships to Lincoln Tech and Ohio Technical College. So congratulations, that's outstanding. Mr. Boss, would you like to maybe tell a little bit more about the competition and just kind of speak about these young men?
Yeah, fabrication is a team competition, so it's team-based. It takes a lot of coordination and effort on their part to work together. It's a very teamwork oriented. project they have to do, and it's difficult. It's very difficult. I don't envy them for doing it. I wouldn't want to do it, but they did an excellent job. I'm super proud of them, and I couldn't be more tickled to death that they placed. So,
Yeah, congratulations, especially those scholarships,
yes.
that's huge. So thank you, gentlemen, congratulations. All right, next, we had 2 students compete in the sculpture division of Schools USA. So Hannah, would you stand up? So Hannah Dow from Shelbyville High School, she is a senior and she took second. She got a silver on Saturday. And she also received scholarships from, I think, a couple different institutions, correct?
The same thing as that.
Okay. It was kind of neat for me because I kind of got to see the process of Hannah putting together. Why we'll talk about Unimid, you kept that top sheet to be a good student. But it was kind of neat for me to be able to see Hannah's process and go through it. So it's outstanding. Congratulations. What an awesome accomplishment. Mr. Boss, anything to add on this?
Yeah, I think she was a little unsure, maybe doubted herself a little bit, and lo and behold, she gets second place, silver. So she should be really proud of herself for all the hard work she put into that, everything she got, honestly. So.
And you want to explain what your sculpture was?
I have been a willow tree. So I have a tree that was sitting in a vase, and as the vines, there was chains. I brought my binder too, so
Yeah.
I'm rough, but yeah, I made a tree.
It's a very, very involved project, takes loads of hours, takes months to do. They have to build a binder, they have to document the process, they have to sketch everything out, they have to timestamp things. I think it's arguably probably the hardest competition for that reason, because you have to make sure all your I's are dotted and T's are crossed. It's a lot, so very well done.
Great job, congratulations. And we had a state champion, so Mr. Wyatt Fisher, will you please stand up? He is a senior at Triton Central High School. Wyatt obviously took home the gold on Saturday, which was great. And obviously, we finally, when he decided to finally unveil it to us, I think that we all honestly thought that or at least we certainly hoped, we thought it was a good chance this was coming. His sculpture is amazing. He even has a little, I think how many birds were on there?
6 birds, all smaller than the size of a dime. Hold them on your palm of your hand.
So it was a pretty sizable sculpture. You kind of have to look for all the birds, and I think maybe we found 5 of the 6. We couldn't find the 6th one.
Yeah.
But Wyatt is obviously an outstanding student in many regards here. He's definitely one of our leaders. I know when Mr. Powers and I went to speak to, I believe, the freshmen, maybe 8th graders at Triton Central, we had Wyatt as one of our student leaders speak to those students, and I told Mr. Powers after that we should just let him do all of them because he was so good at speaking with that class. So, Mr. Boston, what do you have today?
Yeah, I can go on and on about why, to be honest with you. But from being an ambassador, Hannah was an ambassador as well for our school. To just, the things that he's accomplished in our program alone. I mean, he's done things that no student has ever thought to do. He even fabricated a quench tank for us to cool our pieces. I mean, that's just supplementing the program, making us better. Like there's just I have no words to describe that. But with this project, I will say that I was pulled aside by one of the head honchos there at Skills USA at the state level, and she said that the judges spoke with her and said that it was the best piece he has ever seen. He's been doing it for 4 or 5 years now, but it's the best piece he's seen in his 4 or 5 years there. So you should be very proud of what you accomplished, and especially for your sculpture. Very cool. Very fun.
Yeah, and Wyatt will be competing in the national competition in Atlanta, Georgia in June. So we're really excited. He's got another step to go compete, and I know you'll do well there. So
Maybe so.
yeah, we can have a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Very well done. And you guys are dismissed unless you want to stick around for the rest of our business portion of the meeting.
Well, you guys enjoy your afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. Congrats. Okay, we'll go ahead and move into our action items. So the first item is the minutes of the March 10th board meeting. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes. Second.
Any questions or discussion about the minutes? Hearing none, we'll vote. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Letter B, claims and payroll. Do I have a motion to approve the claims and payroll?
Motion to approve claim and payroll.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the claims and payroll. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We have one personnel item, resignation from Amy Johns. I guess we just need a motion to accept the resignation.
I should make a motion to accept the resignation. Second.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Letter D, need a recommendation to approve the BRCP 26-27 course offering schedule and enrollment numbers. You need to provide any explanation for
Just
that?
a couple things on that. In the course offering schedule, we did add, as previously approved at previous board meeting, the electrical trades course offerings for next year. We did change the max enrollment numbers to fit the quota properly. The quota had not been updated in several years, and there was some disproportion amongst the quotas. So we changed the max enrollments to fit all of those. And then the current enrollment number that you see is 501. These are students that have stated they intend to come to the Career Center next year. That is subject to change between now and the end of the school year, as students still have the ability to decide to stay at their own school, or we add additional students. And then once the school year is over with, they are locked into the Career Center and must attend the first day of school here next year.
Mr. Powers, just curious, the 501 number?
Yes.
What was that a month ago? Has that gone down since last month?
It was 511 a
Okay,
month
so-
ago. Yeah,
We know it's going down some, but I just
Correct.
wasn't sure how much.
that is correct. Yes.
Okay, so I need a motion to approve that.
Let's try. Motion to approve the BRCP 26-27 course offerings and enrollment numbers. Second.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Letter E, need an approval of the Perkins grant activities for the 26-27 school year. Mr. Powers, any?
In your packet, you received a breakdown of all of the grant activities that have been submitted to the Perkins budget for the 26-27 school year, along with the breakdown of each specific category that it went into. We did receive an increase of $5,075 in funding for the upcoming school year compared to the current year that we are in. Also in your packet, I gave you a copy of the distribution of Perkins formula that the Commission for Higher Education provides to us. Once again, just as a quick review, 70% of our formula comes from students ages 5 to 17 who live in your school districts and are below the poverty level, and the other 30% comes from those same students who reside in the school districts.
And we need a motion to approve.
I remember last month we had a discussion about this. Can't remember the question now, but it's all worked out more. Someone brought a question last month about this, I remember. Bottom line is we got it worked out.
That is correct. Yes, that is correct.
I was going to remember exactly how that was framed.
Yeah, originally what we were going to do was we were going to hold off until the funding formulas had come through.
Okay.
This is the new updated formula for next year. No money and funding will change between now and July 1.
Okay.
Okay, so we need a motion for approval.
I make a motion to approve the Perkins grant.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Letter F, resolution to approve appraisals for vacant BRCP lot and proceed forward with advertising and selling.
A couple, just background information on this. We have had a couple of appraisers over the last month appraise the vacant lots out front here. They have come back with estimates ranging from $260,000 to $278,000 valuing that lot. We are asking, one, your approval to accept the appraisals with a minimum bid of $269,000. We are also asking in this same resolution your approval to start advertising the selling of this vacant lot for 60 days, starting tomorrow and being listed through June 15th. The ultimate goal is to be able to sell the lot to whoever, and it becomes their lot from here. I will also add, I did receive notification last week that IDEM was on property. They were doing some testing, soil testing out on the lot, and quoted from them saying our goal is to be able to close it out after this testing occurred last week. So even if we don't happen to get the lot sold, we know that our hope is that it will be, soil testing will be completely done with that aspect of it.
Does it say here what realtor we're using, or we already have one set, or?
We have not set a
Okay,
realtor yet.
that's good.
We need a motion
Motion to
to,
approve the resolution for the appraisals for the BRCP lot. Second.
any questions or discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Letter G, request to move the June board meeting date to June 11th, 2026 at noon.
I didn't put it in your packet. It's more just a approval, if possible. The June 9th meeting is when I will be in French Lick for our statewide IACTA Directors Conference. This is a request that we do present to you every year, so just want to see Thursday, June 11th at noon would work for everybody. And get that approval, please.
I motion we approve.
Second. That's what.
Can I do that, Jody?
Yeah.
I can do that,
I guess-
can't it?
I mean, you're one of the voting
I'm a
members.
voting
Yeah,
member.
you guys have never seen that, that's good.
Just cut to the chase. It's legal.
Yeah.
I don't know if Robert rules with it.
I know,
Okay.
yeah.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to reports.
We do have that addition.
Oh yeah, we got the additional. Item H, which is a donation of $100 from Psi Iota Xi sorority, sorry, I don't know all my Greek lettering, for the, let's see what programs it's for.
Adult education.
Adult education, thank you. I'll entertain a motion to accept the donation.
Make a motion to accept the donation as presented. Second.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, and now we are at reports. We'll have an update from the director, Mr. Powers.
Busy 6 weeks coming up here as we count down to the final days of school. Number one, we are pleased to announce that Blue Career Program is the first career center in the state of Indiana to partner with School AI for all of our curriculum and resources for students and staff next school year. It is what I refer to as one more tool in the toolbox for our instructors to help them be successful in the classroom. It will not replace teaching, it will not replace what they're doing. It just gives them an additional tool to help them be successful. Dalton Bossum was very instrumental in this. And so him and I are going to be going through some training this summer to be training the trainers, to train our staff when they come back for their instructor work days. In August, how to integrate it into the Google Classroom, how to integrate it into lesson plans, how to give resources. There are items called spaces where it just gives them everything that's possibly needed. And there are a lot of guardrails that are up in place. It's not the wild, wild west of School AI. Him and I went through a couple different trainings to watch how that works.
Can I ask a question on that? Is School AI the same as Magic School AI? Different. Okay.
It is different. That's correct. Also on top of that, we will also be partnering, Vector Solutions has already been doing all of our online, but they do have a platform that is allowing a one-stop shop for our work-based learning program, along with all of our other programs that have embedded work-based learning for next school year. But the benefit is of it is not only our staff can have access to it, your county counselors are going to have access to it, your county principals are going to have access to it, and all students are going to have access to it at no cost to you. We are paying that through a grant, and what it will do is not only will help keep track of their work-based learning hours, but it will help with the new diploma. It helps keep track of where they are on tasks they've completed, badges that they can learn, and there's just a whole lot more. Andy Steiner and Colin McCart and I are starting on training at the end of May. Once again, have those 4 trainings ready to go by the start of next school year. So we feel really good about the 2 platforms that we're putting in place next year. Getting a little bit more digital, starting to stream some things, getting a little bit more efficient with some items there. Already mentioned a little bit about IDEM and the fact that they will hopefully will get a clean bill of health. That'll help with selling a lot as we move forward. Thursday, our education professions program is having a princess party from 9 to 10:30 a.m. in the classrooms, a little fundraiser. I'm gonna bring my 2.5-year-old granddaughter down, let her be a princess for a little while, so that'll be fun. And then our first annual Blue Recruit Program's General Advisory Committee Luncheon is set for Thursday, April 30th, from 11:15 to 12:30. We have invited advisory board members from all programs to learn more about the great things happening at the Career Center. So the way that will work is our general luncheon will be from 11:15 to noon. Chartwell's with Shelbyville is going to be catering our lunch. And then we will just do a general luncheon talking about all the great things happening at the Career Center and just telling them what we're doing and how we can hopefully partner with them more. And then after that, they're going to break out into their spring advisory board program meetings. It was real a question, I guess, amongst our staff, how can we make it more efficient? To try to have just one board meeting instead of having to constantly remind our staff to have it done. So we're excited about that. On Wednesday, May 13th in the conference room, a huge thank you to Amy Johns for putting together a career fair from 9 to 11. That will be for our culinary arts, our CNA, CCMA, and fire and rescue. We have 11 different businesses coming. Our students will have business cards that they're going to be handing out to these vendors. And so we're really excited to have them here on that day. And then, as I mentioned last week's is busy. We've got county principals meeting, county counselors meeting, teacher appreciation week, May 4th through 8th, field day, May 14th. Honors night is May 18th, Monday night, May 18th at 6 p.m. at Shelbyville High School's Breck Auditorium. It will be the same format as last year, where we will have a general breakout session for the first 45 minutes, or general session together for the first 45 minutes, and then we'll do program breakouts after that. We received a lot of positive feedback in regards to that, the way it was set last year.
I was one of your positive feedbacks. I thought that was a great move, and it's so much better than previous years, so I'm glad you're sticking with that.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with that, and we'll make a couple of adjustments just to try to tweak it, make it a little bit better, but we're very excited to stick with that program, that format there. And then orientation night, Wednesday, May 20th at 6 p.m. We're not gonna call it a welcome night, we're gonna call it an orientation night for our new and returning students to the Career Center next year. So, as I mentioned, it's very busy, but a lot of great things going on as we finish up the year.
Thank you, Mr. Powers. Okay, fund and trend report. Nikki, do you want to update us on that?
Operations is a little bit low, and that is due to we had to pay our insurance premiums. We didn't have any revenue coming in, so Mr. Powers and I looked back and all tracked.
Yeah, we compared it to March 25 to March 26. We actually paid our insurance premiums in April of 25 when the revenue was coming at the time. So we compared, we were actually pretty much level with where we were. It's just this took it out.
Was your premiums increased this year?
Yeah, the inflation was 9.4%, overall increase was 4.5. I believe that was the case. So, and we did budget for an increase in that. So.
Thank you very much, Nikki. Comments from board members? Okay, next meeting is Tuesday, May 12th at 12 o'clock, same time, same location. Anybody want to adjourn the meeting?
Adjourn. Second.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Before the three of you leave, I do need you to sign the consortium for agreement for our purpose. It's done every year. It's not uploaded. So, yeah.
Yeah.